Chaos Nation, Indivisible people. My name's Chaos. Welcome back to the Phoenix Wright Attorney series here on the channel. We're in trial day 2, I guess. I don't really know, but yeah. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. Yeah, so we're still trying to figure out this Goodman case and all that fun stuff. After all, Lana is talking? The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. A different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope it didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? It says Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind the simulation's murder, they wouldn't see capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I am as much in the dark as they are. Miss Skye. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall. What kind of trace evidence? Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have in my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall. You have to play the cards we're dealt, isn't that right, Miss Skye? Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Alright. Here we go. It's gonna get spicy.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is...
I'm afraid to have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places in the same time.
It's not physically possible, is it? What more is I hear the victim from the evidence room has just disappeared.
Yes, and the body actually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this one's a one-step trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present partial evidence. Today I will present evidence leading to the murder of the police department. In so doing, I believe the way which we should proceed is reveal itself. Yeah, that's what Mr. Edgeworth. That's what set Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait.
Very well, let the trial can resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness to stand.
For the first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect, you mean the so-called murderer?
Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. This is Meek's, yeah. Meek's guy. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir, I'm Officer Miles Meekins. Occupation is I would be murderer, sir.
So you're telling us you are a professional killer?
Sir, it was me, sir. I was the one who did it. I never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Sir, what I was called the young generation, sir. Person actions adults cannot possibly understand.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir.
Officer Meekins. Yes, sir. Give us your report of the crime. Consider that in order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am a part of a generation must be told what to do, sir. Can't fault him for his lack of enthusiasm. Love this guy. I just love the voice they gave him. It fits him really well. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man security scream and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life, and then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake.
So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you.
Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir.
I see. Then you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness.
Yes, sir. I knocked me upside the head, sir.
Very well. The defense begins its cross-examination.
What I need to hear is more... I need more info to work with. Alright, crime report, sir. Like, that's the title of it. Alright, hold it. Mr. Meekins, you were working the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I'm in charge of hiring the new recruits, sir. It's necessary thoughts. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime. Since many of my officers were given a special task not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir.
Blue Badger?
Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot loved by the chief detective, sir. This creepy piece of crap. I was sure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. That was my sole mission for the day, sir.
I see. Sounds like a very important mission.
After the award ceremony finished that day, we were so many people running around. Then I relocated the blue badge to the evidence room.
Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen, rushed into the room. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here, around my neck. So then your ID number should be listed here, right? Ooh. It's not. There it is, I found it. This one right here. Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. My number is 4987956. That's my number, sir. Jeez, that's a hard number to read. I see, but the number 4989596, jeez, is shown as being used twice. Ooh. Please explain, witness. No, it's a real mystery, sir. First time is when I relocated the blue badge to the evidence room. Second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. So it was during the second time when... Yes, sir! That was the time when I spotted this man on the security screen. The top one's Jake Marshall. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir, when I was suddenly attacked. Hold it. So you were attacked. Can you tell us what happened to you? It was a knife, sir, a knife!
Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What would happen then?
Well, if the charge again like that, he looked as surprised as I was. That's when I reacted, sir. So my arms like an octopus struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I grabbed the man by his chest. I fought for my life, and then I did it. What exactly did he say when you did it? I don't know, I don't look the type, but I'm really into Kung Fu film, sir. The man let his guard down and I influenced him, so I snatched a knife from him. He took his knife. I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. Made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see, he must have been desperate. Next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in the sea of my blood, and then, the next thing I knew, yes, he punched me right in the face, sir. After I passed out, until another officer smacked me awake. About what time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that I was unconscious, sir? Probably. Where the report? The officer who woke up the witness was about 5:30. Hit me right in the head, too. Woke up crying tears of pain. It's nice, I mean,
Just that you recovered, that is.
when I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the blue badger, sir. I returned with the answers before things got out of hand.
Alright.
Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes,
Officer Beacons.
with regard to that, sir. Take a look at this. I was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it this morning. The chief delivered it. What is this? A videotape? Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. Here we go again. But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. I was told it had been mistakenly erased.
It was quite a mistake.
Just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like a communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Let's have a look.
Show us a video of you murdering.
Show us a video of a murdering victim.
Oh, please stop using the word murderer, sir. It scares me.
So what are we getting into?
Yeah, that's true. These voices are killing me. Oh, it's the frickin'. There's nothing there. This is creepy. There's Goodman. Or what we believe to be Goodman. Wait, why does it stop there? There he is. They slashed him. And then this is just funny to me. It shouldn't be funny. It's really not funny, but it's funny to me. And then he's lying on the floor and that's his blood. But how does he get out? I'm waiting for that hand to show up.
I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
The hell was that wriggling piece of hollow plywood? Sir, that's surprised join the criminal affairs department, sir. It's a blue badger, sir. Well, I'm not surprised this is going smoothly.
Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove the witness did indeed encounter someone. The evidence room.
Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Mr. Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir, as you wish, sir.
Excuse me. Mystery Man. Oh, we got past the first part.
His face can be clearly seen in the video, but there was no mistake as the other person than Detective Goodman, sir. Ain't no open the locker which requires Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do. Locker open unquestionably Detective Goodman's locked, sir. So it must be him, no one else could have unlocked it.
This is about a fingerprint. Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint activated kill lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing, that would mean the victim would have the crime scene would have been Detective Goodman. Very well. Let's begin this cross-examination.
Everything begins with the contradiction. That's where I get my start. So what is he saying that's not the same? This video can't see clearly. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him in the face of the man who attacked you with a knife?
Yes, sir. You must be seen. People have been seen or not seen the man's face. I believe it would be classified as the latter.
The person who fought with him, aren't you not?
Yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. So I'm not the kind of person who directly looks at people when talking to them, you see? So I'm not sure it was him. I better know my badge. No question was other than Detective Goodman, sir.
You don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose it might say that, but that is if you label see as not seen, not seen.
So his face can be identified in the video. Only you can verify it.
Well, why ever look at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Meekins.
Ah!
Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify.
Yes, sir!
Claim the man who brandished a knife when he was Bruce Goodman. Tell us, sir, you're positive if it's him.
I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do so.
About those lockers, is there no other way to open them?
No, sir. Myself tried all the kinds of methods in the past. The only response is fingerprint. Registered fingerprint, sir.
What kind of methods he tried?
That open the locker is locked with only responsible registered fingerprints, and he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. This too. Locker he opened was unquestionably Detective Goodman's lock, sir.
How do you know that information?
I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir.
People in the know.
The workers in the department cafeteria, sir, they keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir.
For the record, the open the locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. Verify this information through a more reliable source.
So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprints. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
Nope. The real thing is so much more intense in the movies. Oh, please. Please let me watch it again. Alright. It was him. Load it. However, the most important detail is not shown in the video, the man's face.
Sir! I may say something, sir.
Please do.
After all, you're the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in the case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can be testified enough, sir.
If you have a point, the footage doesn't lie. It is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. That's right, let's check the record again. Is there a problem with the security video?
I believe there is, because there has to be.
Is there a way to speed this up? I wish, like, come on, they don't watch it at this speed. Yes, there is a problem with it. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there's one thing in particular that seems strange.
Strange?
This contradicts the leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman.
This video contains such a contradiction.
Shut up, Edgeworth. Interesting. You want to know what I've proposed on? Suppose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point it out.
Very well, the proposal accepted. Further investigates the piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us the contradiction you speak of.
It's the first time I ever had to do that. You do it, Mr. Wright. Set up so you can fast forward, rewind, pause. Thank you. Thank you.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching the video.
And
then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction?
Alright. Oh my gosh, that's how fast it goes? So Goodman. Something fell out on the floor. That's him. Stabbed him. I think this is it, right? That's it, right? Dude, did they have to play this crappy music? Hold on, I wanna... Ah, stop! Dang it! That's not what I wanted to point out. Alright. 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 Sorry. Alright, let's let me... I wanted to rewind. That does look like him. So he has his glove on. I can't tell if he has gloves on or not. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be the... that's not it. Alright, let's try it again. I'm gonna stop. I think it's the glove. Alright, okay, I get it. Shut up. Just let me get to the frickin' thing. Dang it. I don't wanna let... I go crazier and crazier with the song. Right here. That's not it. I don't get what's wrong. What do I do? Every time... Alright. So what's up with the video? I don't see anything wrong with that. This, I think it's the glove.
There seems something so natural about that. What could it mean?
Shut up.
Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright. Seems you've forgotten the point of this exercise.
The point?
What you're looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman.
Oh, yeah.
I almost walked right into the defense trap.
Nice on, sir! Rats. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Now, what do I do? Alright. I have to point that he's not Detective Goodman. Alright. Alright. This really sucks. That's his coat and things. We don't have any images there. This freaking thing is so convenient. And then blocks his face. I almost pressed the wrong button. He's just getting flung. I see the blood on his coat. That's what I was looking at. And we don't know what happens. I think it's going to be easier to go forward than it is to go backwards. Alright. I think it's this. Right? What is the thing? I don't get it. No, I really don't get it. Yeah, the badger's really in the way. Okay. Let's take a look. Again. So obviously I hit the wrong thing. Alright. Hold on a second. I need to use my eye drops. Hey. Play the video again. There's got to be something I'm missing, right? Alright. Maybe I need to watch it slowly. That seems some. Didn't they say something about the lights? Right here. Is that the reflection? I mean, I think it's this, right? That looks like it's the light, I guess. I don't know. It's gotta be this. Officer Meekins. Oh. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand, the locker apparatus was like this. Oh, it is right. Yeah, because Gumshoe told us that the light was on. I thought it was the reflection of the thing. That's why I couldn't find it. Alright. When you grab the handle, the sensor reads your fingerprint if it's matched. Oh. And it turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, the way I understand it, sir. If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Can we... Because the light's on already before we get in there. Okay, I get it. Can we not watch this part? Please? When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, rewind a little earlier. Can we speed this up? Phoenix! What are you doing, my dude? Notice the light? What is this? Already lit. Which means it's open. So that's my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. Ah! Order, order. What is the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. This locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. But the locker is controlled by an electronic system. When the door is shut, the sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know it must have been broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. It's unlikely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report a malfunction. Oh, well, it just goes to show the officers keep their mouths shut. No, then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Why wasn't the locker locked? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like the system is jam system sensor. Something jammed the system sensor. Say there is something else in that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. There is gotta be another the frickin' glove falling out. Suspect the video once more. Locker room will be placed as a cause. All right. It's the glove that frickin' falls out. I think that's definitely it. Because if it's safely secured, there's no way for this to have fallen out. And from the angle that it falls out, it looks like it had to be in the gap. So if I pull it forward, this is the issue. I was right about the glove. But I did it early. I had to point that the light was on first. So I was right about the glove. Just games being stupid. Wants me to do it its way instead of my way, which is me. Please watch closely. This is a continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Oh my gosh, Phoenix, make it go faster! That's really annoying. That doesn't go that fast. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are open. I'd roll out a great distance when I open my car door, sir. Shut up. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. And what if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? I'm gonna have an aneurysm. If this frickin' video keeps showing up and I can't speed the dang thing up. The white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of making the door closing, my tie chokes me. The object would have to be extremely thin to fit inside the door. Not only to mention that it would also have to block electronic currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator, but at the crime scene. This might have been something that fits the glove, one might say. But sir, my insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. What was stuck in the door? It's the glove. It's a rubber glove. I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. But we are sure that was the victim's locker. There's a tag that says SO9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins? Sir! It would appear so, sir! Order. Hold on. I'm thinking it was... Because it was... I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this. Because it's one of the 3. It's either Marshall, Star, or the Chief. Which the guy who we just interviewed last time. So one of those 3 is the actual person behind this. I'm thinking Officer Marshall is actually John Goodman in this case. Meanwhile, then how does that play out? But that's Marshall. That's got to be Marshall in this video. Who the witness stabbed and lived was not Detective Goodman. Not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated the possibility that nothing wrong. The victim in this video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. This is a joke. Very well, begin your testimony. All right, we got one more thing. Mystery Man number 2. There's no other thing that proves that this Detective Goodman, sir. And through the evidence room, you must have an ID card. The ID card is used, the record there is of it, sir. The time of the crime, the detective had to use his card. ID card for record, I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID card uses 514 instead of the victim. Just before the crime, without a doubt, it is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal.
Why were there so few people using this room?
Sorry, throat's dry. This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases, extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. Because he's got spiky hair. There are only a few cases up for transferal there. Most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let's move on to cross-examination.
Press. So you're unlike your testimony, you believe you'll be solid or rock, do you?
Yes, sir. Stone is solid stone, sir. If my hand was wrapped in balances, I'd even give it the V for victory sign, sir.
Can you just use his right hand for that?
Sure about foolies. We've seen. They never understand it in the last seconds.
Alright. Hold it. Is that card hanging from... Is that ID card hanging... Is that card hanging from your neck one of those ID cards? Yes, sir.
It's card right next to my cup, sir. Keeps it so I won't forget it.
What if someone were to steal it from you, keeping you out in the open like that?
Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Maybe I should say 2 or 3 times until I get stuck out the car. Well, the remaining time, it's the ID card that gets stuck. Instead of little closing, my ID card chokes me.
With each police officer, there's only one ID card. But the police and department and prosecutor's office can attest to this.
Please proceed with your testimony.
The ID card is used as a record of it. Yep, we know that. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to.
Let me see. This would be Detective Goodman.
What's the matter?
According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here.
So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again.
Mommy, is that me in the blue, the murderer?
Why are there all these people now? Got the wrong color.
It would seem the inquiry committee will want to speak with you again today.
I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. Now let us continue with the cross-examination.
Must be difficult for him. At the time of the crime, the detective would use his card.
Hold it. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you.
Yes, sir. He didn't show me any identification card, sir.
Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't have been any reason to draw a knife.
Maybe he just panicked.
Everything seems contradiction at this point. Let him out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. But the problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. It's... I pressed the wrong button. Pulled a knife on you. Yeah. I like how they're like making fun of me for being stupid and not knowing. Let's show what we got. This one. He was right, I was really stupid. I mean, it's just ID card presented. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not going with wait, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room in the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Lost item report is only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Yes, you believe that something is an ID card, right? I can't say for sure, but there is high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card.
Order, order. So what does this all mean?
It only means one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Order, order, order. Does this prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo?
Allow me to summarize the defense's arguments. 5:15 on the day of the crime. The man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are 2 grounds for support of this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes.
What's he up to? The case That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. The victim in the video is a fake. And the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the incident of the murder. Well, I guess that's right. There's something wrong, Mr. Wright. Only moments ago you seemed content to pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth.
The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place. The police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So, the real crime can only take place at one location, the underground parking lot. The prosecutor's office, the murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. Trustworthy witness. Observe the moment the defendant used the murder weapon. Yeah, I saw that coming. Uh-oh. I knew the testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
Activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly is the victim Officer Meekins encountered, and where does this person disappear to? However, its trial purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else, Lana. What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this, man? Object. It's always object. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not, but I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. The time was also... No, the time's right. No, it didn't. It couldn't have shown the murder at all because the only thing we see is him lying there. And that's it. However, it cannot be said that it's unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination of the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes, Your Honor.
If this court were to examine further, other witnesses will be necessary. Is the prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident with the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh, whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requested to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This is the person whom you would have testify. What is his or her name?
Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? You can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we shouldn't hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time?
We will, Your Honor.
Court is now in recess.
Probably would take like an hour, I would assume. To get around and stuff. Alright, what's up? What's up, Lana? There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What did you mean? You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you've figured out everything out. I haven't figured out anything. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Emma. You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is just trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. I guess I am. Come back later.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. On top of it, you call me here and happy for people at funerals.
Sorry, Detective.
You better be, pal. Hey! I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Skye.
That's okay, so have you brought what I asked?
You mean this, right?
My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Can I bother you to bring some SO9 incident volumes? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SO9 incident? But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. Can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were with us in this case. This guy was a witness. The Joe Dark killings. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with the serial murderers. Oh, what? I've brought you enough stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? What? My name is in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this is the SO9 incident. Is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, as the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark... No, Lana, that's over with. No! She passes. Emma, wait, she ran away. You know, I just gotta go be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Jake Marshall, Angel Starr, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you might just be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial of Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Can I take a look at the dang file, please? Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like button, subscribe, all the fun stuff. See you all in a moment. Take care.